It may come as no surprise to you, but I'm an Ultra Chad. I shape fates, crush dudes, and everybody wants to be me. And above all else, I don't get scared. Ah! This is gonna be fun! Okay.
Got some. Are you okay? I'm getting.
So with that in mind, and it being spooky month, I figured we'd read something that I find truly frightening. Poorly written Tetris creepypasta. Now, just to let you guys know, I did cut a little bit of the story out just so the video wouldn't drag on too long. But without further ado, let's get into Cybrie reading dramatically Tetris 99, with myself being the peanut gallery in the background.
Tetris. What a wonderful game. Since childhood, I always played it whenever I came to school, and it's my favorite game of all time. Those are truly fond memories that I will never recover, for I have seen what truly became of an innocent game of Tetris in this day and age. I can no longer see it the same way after what happened to me. It was on February of 2019 when I decided to switch jobs. It was terrifying, but a new experience nonetheless that left me with a lot of stress in my system. Yes, I was older, and no longer an active video game player, but a gamer nonetheless at heart. I usually brought my dusty old Game Boy to work in order to play anything I could while on breaks and on the trip, but nothing else when I got home, since I was exhausted or doing chores. Since I moved to town, I could only find that dated Legend of Zelda game that brought no joy to me, or that children's game, Pokemon Yellow, that would shut down from time to time due to the worn-out state of the cartridge. I couldn't find my Tetris 2 copy, and it truly disheartened me since then. I could not see the lovely pieces falling into place and then disappearing upon lining perfectly in a horizontal manner.
Hey, sex is cool and all, but have you tried Tetris?
Fuck you! I could not experience the exhilarating thrill that came with the rising speed of the falling blocks. Fuck.
This dude's describing Tetris like sex.
I could not experience the exhilarating thrill that came with the rising speed of the falling blocks. I could not watch the revolutionary animations of an animal stone slab breaking whenever I defeated one of the AI, the only one friend I could brag my triumph to. It truly sank my heart that I could not play Tetris for so long.
Go outside!
One day, that changed. However, like a perfect game that had been ruined by an unfortunate placement of a place. A fucking hell! You know what? This website with the dark background with the light text, it's really messing with my eyes.
Have you tried copying it and pasting it into Google Docs?
Fuck you! One day, that changed, however. Like a perfect game that had been ruined by an unfortunate placement of a piece in the wrong spot. I made a terrible mistake that would haunt me for the rest of my life. Ah, yes. I found out about the Nintendo Switch, and now it had some Tetris games released. I thought that it would be cool to have a next-gen handheld game as my Game Boy was on its last legs. And I had the money too. But I just wanted simple, old Tetris. Not one that mixed some strange blobs into the mix. It felt like a betrayal to the core values of Tetris. Thus, I searched for the other option. The dreaded game known as Tetris 99. The test of skill I was looking for where all true gamers would converge to challenge each other for the top. Upon another hour of searching, I found a garage sale that was selling a lot of games and consoles for cheap. What was strange about this was that the copy was loose in a box for vintage cassette tapes. And upon close inspection, it was in perfectly mint conditions. It must have been really new, but the sticker was torn off and the word Tetris was scribbled with a marker and in a sloppy manner.
I want to stop you for a second. Hang on a sec. Let's see.
What?
Tetris 99. It's free! You know, you could have made... They could have made this about a game that actually had cartridges.
When I got home, I finally prepared to play the game I so yearned to play for so long. I heard so many things about the other games after the Game Boy ones, and I truly was skeptical I would pick up another game other than Tetris due to how amazing each new entry was turning up to be. That was a long fucking sentence.
Oh my god. If fucking Tetris is the cornerstone you're setting for, like, Game Boy games and shit, you have a very pathetic life. I'm sorry.
So this had to live up to the standards, right? I turned off all the lights and locked myself in my room. Only the lit screen of my brand new Nintendo Switch would be what lightens up the room. And there it was, the beautiful Tetris 99 logo greeting me once I booted it up for several seconds. But something was off when I pressed the start button. The game did not respond. I tried doing it again to see if that had any result, but nothing. Maybe my controller was broken, I thought to myself, until the screen turned black for 3 seconds, approximately. And for that brief moment, I saw the title screen change. The title of the game was Helltris 99. All of a sudden, the background was of a hyper-realistic blood red, and the T in the back was made of a creepy bone-like surface that you could feel as if it was a real skeleton. I was in shock to see such a thing, but it did not discourage me from seeing further, for I was getting extremely curious.
Hyper-realistic blood and skeletons! It's so spooky, you guys!
And here we fucking go into the juicy shit! I was greeted with a crude menu, much like in the original game, with only one option selectable: play. I chose said option and I felt the Switch rumble with the screen flashing white for a moment. Then I heard a voice mumbling, so chilling yet intriguing. Elegant but whimsical, as if an agent of mischief sent from the very depths of the pits of hell. I will never forget the words. They said, "The Pentamino is watching you, the deadliest piece conceived by fire and brimstone that will take 666 souls from each loser of this game. You have been chosen by the Tetris devil himself to fight for your lives in a battle royale, and whoever wins will survive. Welcome to Helltris 99. Now you will die."
My retro modern Nintendo 64 Switch cartridge is haunted, guys!
This is all I could remember, for the details are fuzzy. However, this was when I realized that my copy was not a real copy, but perhaps a hacked game. But hacking was not possible for the advanced engineering masterpiece that brought us the Nintendo Switch, to my knowledge.
Oh, quit sucking Nintendo's dick!
Much less something that could do a thing like this. I was terrified, yes, and I wanted to get out of my room and turn on the lights, but I couldn't, as I felt curious and worried. I could not turn off the game either, because otherwise the hyper-realistic blood on the screen could potentially— What? I could not turn off the game either, because otherwise the hyper-realistic blood on the screen could potentially stain my sweaty palms, to which I would not be able to take such stains out easily for when I got to work.
Oh no!
They would laugh at me for being a gamer should they find out I had blood in my hands. Just wash your hands! If it's fresh blood, just wash your hands!
If your hands are stained red with blood, they are not going to assume you are a fucking gamer!
You just spat in my eye. Soon, the pieces started falling without warning. I gasped upon witnessing the T-shaped piece crawling its way down. This wasn't the Tetris I loved, for I was fighting for my life! Oh no! If I lose this game, I'ma die!
If you die in the game, you die in real life. Oh no! It's not
An original concept!
It's not like we've seen this concept a million fucking times before!
My instincts would naturally come back to me as I readied a double line and sent the attack towards another player. They screamed, as if it truly hurt, but I kept pushing on in spite of this, as I was helplessly kept playing with no other choice. The bone-like colorless pieces kept falling, and I even managed to get in a Tetris. However, someone directed their attack to me, and I felt a mosquito sting on my back, blood-curdling screams from such level of pain echoing through my room. We were all feeling what damage we caused in the deadliest war we could have been thrown into, and then I saw the first one to fall.
A mosquito sting?
Okay, if a sting similar to that mosquito bite is enough to make you scream bloody murder,
You are the biggest pussy on the planet.
the gray box crumbled to ashes with a painful shriek as the soul of the poor player who was defeated simply melted. A picture of the cursed Pentamino began to default dance on the space left, hyper-realistic blood leaking from the screen of my Nintendo Switch for several seconds. It was the blood of the player as the It was the blood of the player as the Pentamino laughed like the character Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda 2 Link's Awakening for the NES, available for download on the Nintendo Switch's eShop right now. We 98 players that remained could only watch in horror as a fellow Tetris comrade falls. One that we will miss deeply as we strive on to kill each other in order to survive and leave this cruel memory behind. I was missing an arm, but I still kept pushing on, using my feet to play instead. After so many What?
When the fuck did you lose an arm? I think we missed a chapter here. Did we miss a battle arc?
No.
Where you went and fought like the antagonist, and the antagonist
As I was reading,
got sent to the Shadow Realm?
I was missing an arm, but I still kept pushing on, using my feet to play instead. After so many years of Tetris, it all came naturally as I chose to do so. The pieces fell at a breakneck pace that I've never saw in any games, for I have never gone past level 3 of Tetris in any of them, every now and then making a wet sounds due to the slippery blood that dripped whenever one piece came. It was astounding to witness, and I thought I was going to lose, as my zones stacked without an opening, and my arm and head were cut off. What?
My head was cut off.
No, not when I was so close. As one of the last 5 remaining, I would not let the Pentamino demon take over my gamer soul. It came down to my determination as a miraculous T-spin put me once again in the lead and condemned 3 others, leaving me one-on-one with the remaining player, a young boy of my age, with such passion in his way of stacking the blocks to form the lines that would be my death sentence. But like a miracle, it came along, straight, firmly erect block that would give me my last chance of survival. I let it thrust with full force into my perfectly aligned stack, allowing it to penetrate with such an ungodly force that it sends tremors to my very being, filling me with a sense of peace and relief in my very being as it drills through. As it came, with an ecstatic jingle, it vanishes along with the lines it enraptured, sending the beastly attack through.
Yeah, sex is cool and all, but have you heard of Tetris?
As it came, with an ecstatic jingle, it vanishes along with the lines it enraptured, sending the beastly attack towards my opponent and destroying his soul. I had rised victorious. The Pentamino suddenly appeared on my screen, dripping blood with soulless pitch black eyes. It shrieked in a high-pitched noise that could have left me deaf. And then suddenly, I convulsed due to the fatal overstimulation, falling off of the bed unconscious. When I woke up, I saw that the Switch was torn apart, and so was my game. It seemed as if it exploded from the inside out, which creeped me out, as it stinked a burning scent. But I didn't care, for I was happy, as I defeated the demon. I will never forget the horrible experience that I had to go through. Now that I have thrown away the game and the Switch, I can play with my Game Boy once more in my old game of Tetris 2 to forget the pain that I had gone through as a gamer. But every time I play Tetris 2, however, I feel the Pentamino calling my name. He wants me to be its Grim Reaper, but I refuse. It will have to wait until I pick up the game again, especially as I only have my feet with me. For now, I must say goodbye. Pentamino, my dear friend. See you in Helltris. John Tetris. I want to die.
Me too. You want to go kill Sarah Connor?
Not today.
Damn. Now, if I got this video done and rendered like I planned, this should be up around noon on a Saturday. And if that's the case, you can catch me and Cybrie streaming with a couple friends some Phasmophobia. Go check that out over at twitch.tv/CybrieNova. Hope to see you there. Take care. Happy Halloween.